First time these two have met here since the playoffs, and it got that playoff feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It always does when the reigning Stanley Cup champions come to town. Great rivalry.
Former Panther Oliver Ekman-Larsson starts the breakout. Stetcher unable to clear the zone. Kept in here, the first shot into the glove of Joseph Woll. A.J. Greer sends it across. That shot from the point whipped wide. Kept Petrie in. That deflected in. Leafs are trying to get a change, but Easton Cowan into Florida ice. Here's Cowan flipping it back for Waugh. Nick Waugh. Across it goes. Myers will tee it up and trying to move in deep against Forsling. Domi looking to center. Domi sitting on 99 Toronto Maple Leaf points. He's been productive late on the big line. That shot. And power play goals in the 4 previous games. Matthews wins the draw. Tavares up with the puck. There's Michelli looking across. Morgan Riley in front. Tavares steered that just off target. Now Tavares works his way loose, gets it midpoint. Riley. Matthews over on that far side. Back to 44. Back to 34. And Bobrovsky's got it. Puck comes loose, and Reinhart's on it. Short-handed goal in the first matchup. Here comes Sam Reinhart, dropping it off, and Woll up on the shoulder, makes the stop. Matthews has a break. Clear, cut, breakaway, and Bobrovsky with the stop. It'll come to Robertson again. Mikkola breaks that up. Held in, though, at the line. Nice work there by McMahon across, and a hot shot. Stopped by Bobrovsky as Nick Robertson lets it fly. And his line up against Matthews, Domi, McMahon. Here's McMahon sending it in, vacuumed up and held by Bobrovsky.
And guess who comes on?
Number 9.
You see that quickly. That was only about, what, 25, 30 seconds.
What do we got? Domi. Gloves come off here with Aaron Ekblad. Both trading some body shots. And the Leafs will take this trade off.
From a wrestling match to a couple of late pops. They're not done yet.
The linesman, Andrew Smith and Devin Berg step in. And Easton Cowan will turn. Down goes Samoskevich. Here goes Nick Waugh, who set the physical tone here a few minutes ago. Over the line, back across, Robertson in front, scores! Easton Cowan with 24 seconds left here in the first.
Physicality, bodies flying all over, broken sticks actually caused a blowout there deep, and the Leafs take advantage of it. It's Cowan in his own zone. Getting it out, making the play. Morgan Riley with the drop pass, and how about this? Tic-tac-toe, and it's in the back of the net. This trio has really found some great chemistry over the last 2 weeks. And there it is, the tap in on the doorstep. Another great example of good defensive effort in his own zone, jumping up to keep the play.
So Austin Matthews still going to chase Matt Sundin a little bit.
Absolutely, he's got a long way to go. And interesting, 1995, that first goal as a member of the Maple Leafs.
Michelli will fire it in, looking for that bank in front. And loose there, and Ekblad couldn't find it. It'll be played to Stetcher. Scores! Tipped in front. And the Leafs have a 2-0 lead.
Boy, you think Matias Michelli's starting to figure out this building a little bit. You know, his first year here with the Leafs. What a great play when a dump into an area. Good defensive play here off of the turnover. Nowhere to go. Dump it in and get it back. It comes right back to the middle into the crease. One little chip and a smart play by John Tavares. He gets pressured off, and there's Matthew Knies in the right spot at the right time. He started behind the net, get to that high slot, and a good hand there. Tips it back towards the post.
Stetcher plays it to the far corner. Michelli dancing again. He throws it in front, and it's Stetcher moving up, but that Shot shrugged away by Bobrovsky. Boy, some aggressive play there by Troy Stetcher all over the ice, and he'll send it back into the Florida zone.
I think Michelli was trying to go to Knies there, and Stetcher jumped right in on it as Knies didn't see it. Oh boy, took a hard hit there in the corner too.
Did from Mikkola coming out in front. Knies powers his way back in front. What a goal! Austin Matthews from Matthew Knies.
Matthews, he's coming on after this end of the shift. Tavares makes a change. Matthews gets involved. Michelli keeps it alive. But how about the individual effort? Just Knies simply will not be knocked off that puck. Lifts the stick of Mikkola. Quick little turnaround, and look at the reaction to Matthews. You close the gap with their legs. Instead, he took an inside route, got his stick there, and popped. The puck's gone.
Hey, what a great pass. Lorentz in. Steven Lorentz stopped by Bobrovsky. Became a bit of a talking point in the overtime game. This a much different circumstance. Here's McMahon. He's got Matthews through, and Bobrovsky down.
Here's a play in the neutral zone, a bank pass. Watch the nil just to an area, and in one.
But lots of work to be done, starting with a penalty kill for almost the full 2 minutes. Lead feed for Reinhart, and just getting across to bust that up with Stetcher. Now flipped high in the air. Now Lorentz a chance, and that just flipped wide. What a chance there on a little alley-oop in front of the net.
The defenseman having a hard time. This time it's the goaltender. It's right in on Bobrovsky. You can see he's not sure. Forsling wasn't even looking. It ends up hitting off of Forsling's stick, even though he doesn't know where it is, and almost right on for Lorentz.
Knies in front of the net. There's Tavares in the bumper. Back to Matthews. Fires across. Michelli. Loose puck in front. And Tavares unable to. Here's Matthews from the corner in front. Tavares unable to get much on that. Matias Michelli in a good spot. Gloved and held. Scrum along the boards. Dug loose by Matthews. Up Bennett going to get hit. Domi stepped in there. But out comes Florida. 3-on-2. Greer sends it in. There's a pop right out in front of the net for Hagee. Scores! The bad angle goal as he banks that in off Woll. And the defending Stanley Cup champions have some life.
Oh, just what an awareness play there. Play that Woll because of the 3-on-2 here. A dump in that comes right towards the front. Pretty good effort of trying to get it, but not able to get right back tight to that post. And for Hagee, the presence of mind, knock it down, backhand, forehand, and it goes right underneath the arm, off the rib cage and in on Joseph Woll. There's not much there to hit, Chris, but look at that little gap, and it just...
Panthers, puck in front of the net, one-handed to the line. Lorentz clears. He may have stepped. Steven Lorentz trying to get it back. And Bobrovsky with the stop. As the net came off.
What a great couple of plays that Lorentz, he's been all over. A little chip. Forsling loses a step or two, and now comes in. Doesn't take the penalty. But boy, Bobrovsky got a little bit of that blow. To his credit, Lorentz tried to make sure he didn't hit him. More of Forsling on Bobrovsky. You can see him holding on, and the officials are at the time box now just making sure. There's the former DH. Hey, you okay? You never want to...
Florida wins the draw. Back to Reinhart and Forsling. Sam Reinhart downhill. Blocked by Matthews. Rebound backhand. Loose in front. And Scott Lott may have saved the goal there.
The same guy's out there. He's not going to call a timeout because he's got a tired Toronto Maple Leaf. What a great effort. Stetcher couldn't quite get that puck as he slid through, but it's the late stick of Lawton there that doesn't allow that shot to get.
Reinhart pokes it to the corner. McMahon trying to get it out. Kept in by Reinhart. Forsling again. Around to the far side. There's a shot right on from Rodriguez. Puck loose for Nick Waugh. He'll send it ahead. Bobby McMahon. Empty net. And John Lyson. 9 points in the last 9 games, and the Maple Leafs win their 20th of the year, and maybe their biggest of the year.